Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel once again. And today we're doing something completely different, something special to me, and perhaps it will be special to you. The 2012 Disney Pixar character encyclopedia book. Book. Have you seen this? Have you find it? Do you have it? Do you own it? Now, this was a book released back in 2012, 6 years later after the first movie, where we saw all the characters in, and also came in with an exclusive Lightning McQueen and a poster. Obviously, this is gonna be a short family, right? Because it's going to cover Cars 1 and Cars 2, but not all the cars. So, anyhow, enough of me talking. Let's jump in the book right away, so that way we could see what's in it. And as you can see here, Lightning McQueen it's hiding. This is the exclusive car plus a poster, and I believe I taped the hell out of this thing so I can get Lightning McQueen out. So first page, character encyclopedia Lightning McQueen and the blink. Remember the blink? Yeah. The contents is here, so anything that you want to jump into, you just go directly to the page. There are approximately 144 pages, and at the last 14 pages are all about the cartoon car series, which is fantastic. And from page 76 all the way to 129 is Cars 2 and obviously Cars 1. And as you know, there's the introduction of the book, some of the character, and it explains to you how this thing was laid out, or how it was designed, right, by the designer, so that way you understand. And some lettering. So for instance, what does D stands for? Does Desert R 2006? What the F, Final Lap 2009, 2011. The S obviously is Supercharged 2007. So anyhow, these are all the introduction and the how to use this book. So let's move on. Oh, that's right. So number one being Lightning McQueen, and it gives you some stats, right? What the model name is, the series, the version, what kind of vehicle. Obviously, Lightning McQueen is a handmade, one of a kind 2006 racing car. It tells you a little story about the character and some hints and special information you may not know about the particular releases. It's all in here, and as you can see, there's so many Lightning McQueen, so it will take the entire book. So some of the most famous and more popular Lightning McQueen are here. In-Pound Lightning McQueen, perhaps a Muddy Lightning McQueen, the spin out, right? Spin out Lightning McQueens. I think we call them Daredevil Lightning McQueen. I don't know why that name was changed. Sponsorless. Do you have sponsorless Lightning McQueen? Yeah, it's one of the first releases cars. As we move on page number 9, Mater comes aboard. So Mater is a Habitat Hookem. That's the type of vehicle. Version 8. Model name, obviously model name will be Mater, and it tells you the story, a little story about Mater and some of the cars. Here is Mater with hood. This is a scene in the movie. It's really fast when he found his hood, then he sneezes and he loses the hood. Once again, as I'm sure you remember that particular scene. Doc Hudson, legendary race car. Doc Hudson was one of the original 12 cars models, first released in 2006. So that's some of the information that you may want to know. Sally. So it's a detail here. Porsche logo made sharper in 2006. So 2006, the logo was made more clearly for people to see. There's Sally with Cohen. So unfortunately, only 2 cars for Sally in this particular page. Anyways, it is what it is. So someone fell down. I think Luigi fell down. Ramon, as we all know, Ramon, it's everywhere, and there are so many Ramones. So more of the low and slow type than the hydraulic Ramones are pretty much are the ones that take over. Here is one of the hard to find. Wedding Day Ramon, Series R. So what does it say underneath? It is Ramon's and Flo's wedding day. To show his love for Flo, his bride-to-be, Ramon has a special turquoise paint job to match her. So if you got this car, yeah, save it because that is going to be super expensive. Along with Retro Ramon, that's another car that super hard to find. And right up next, it is Flo. So Flo is a 1950 show car. And here she is, Flo with Trey, and I believe she also came out with Mia and Tia in some sort of 3-pack. Where if you missed the video about all the Mia and Tia, there was one particular set where they have the trade, so that's what came with Flo. Sheriff, as we already know, Sheriff doesn't have that many versions back in 2012, so right now there's only 2: the lenticular Sheriff and your regular Sheriff. Coming up next, here comes Luigi. There's some of the early Luigi release holiday attire of the Luigi with the bucket. I remember Luigi with bucket, which is it was ridiculous because it was a huge pack and it's super expensive. And it also came in with Widow with rollers and the tray, but it wasn't worth the $60 that they want for this pack, so I actually passed. So here is Widow. Obviously, he's a Tudo forklift. Does it say a year? No, it does not. So some of the details will tell you what the year of the car is. So like Luigi is a 1959 Fiat 500. Obviously, that is an Italian-made vehicle. Coming up next, it's going to be Fillmore, the 1960 Volkswagen bus, and there's 2 different type of versions released. Obviously not released, but there are more. But on this book, you have Fuel Tide, Shear, Fillmore, and Pit Crew member Fillmore. So 2 of a kind. And what else can they say? So Fillmore and Fred, obviously see page 70, are the 2 of the few cars models to retain a full metal diecast body with no plastic faceplate. So Fillmore is one of the cars that is completely metal. No plastic at all, and we're talking about the diecast. Obviously, we're not going to be talking about the tires. The tires are plastic, as you know. Here is Sarge. Salute Sarge. I don't think I personally myself have Saluting Sarge. And it says Saluting Sarge diecast was the first available Sarge diecast in 2 years, so 2 years after the movie, I would imagine. So, Red. We already know Red. So Red is an oversized diecast that was initially released in a 2-pack along with the statue of Stanley. So here is the statue of Stanley. So if you got the statue, that's good for you. We haven't seen the statue in a while. It was at one time that along with Lizzie, the statue came together. That might have been maybe 5 years ago. Here is Lizzie. So no other releases in this book showing Lizzie. That's too bad, right? So Boost, remember Boost. So what in the world is Boost? The vehicle is a Kayuki Jitsu. I don't know. This might be a Japanese type of vehicle because I don't recognize the model. So there's some other 2 Boost releases. They're impound Boost and lenticular Boost. And here comes DJ. So Missing Bolt. So this is one of the details. Missing Bolt from 2006 to 2009. The DJ diecast was sold with a continuity error. He was missing his green lightning bolt decoration. So there was an error with the car in 2006, 2009. So if you have it, you may want to keep it. It might just raise the value over time with the collectors, obviously. Other people will not know the difference. They will not care about the difference. So here is DJ Metallic, and it was so the Metallic release was released in early 2009. And it had the green lightning bolt corrected. So now if you see DJ now, it's got the green lightning bolt. So that was corrected. A Snot Rock, baby. And that is a Bragatron. Model name, series version. So all the information is here. Impound Snot Rod. So Impound Snot Rod was one of the first chase. Interesting. So that was the first chase released in the Racerama series back in 2009. So Snot Rod is the only one of the tuners who has the parking booth on the front right tire. As in the movie scene, the rest are on the completely opposite side. So now you know some details of this. It is Wingo So Wingo, obviously impounded Wingo. We have not seen Wingo as metallic, so hopefully it gets released metallic Wingo. We want to see metallic Wingo. I think he's gonna look great. And we have seen Wingo with the flame, so that's how you know. The King. So the King is a 1970 Plymouth Superbird. And here is the Damage the King. So I actually bought Damage the King. I think I spent around $50 for that car. So that was expensive. I still have it in the package. I haven't opened it because I only have one. So some of the cars you want to keep in the package. Just say it's a collection thing. And here is Mrs. the King. And what does it say? Miss the King is her husband #1 fan. Obviously, they even have matching blue paints, of course. This diecast sold out quickly when it was released released in 2-pack back in 2007 and 2009. So those cars went really fast out the door. Batman, Chick Hicks. So Chick Hicks is a 1979 Shyster Kremlin. The Kremlin, huh? You know, Kremlin reminds me of the Soviet Union, and so it's interesting how the vehicle type is actually Chick Hicks, a bad guy. And as you see, it does say, I think I remember saying about how many stickers did it have. Maybe not here. I read it somewhere that it had over so many hundreds of stickers, Chick Hicks, and oh, right here. So Chick Hicks' body is covered in a total of 334 sponsor stickers. So what's really represented are probably tattoos, right? So Chick Hicks being the bad guy, tattoos, bad guy side. You get it, right? Danico Lightning McQueen. Well, one of those the cars that he was dreaming. Remember, he had daydreaming, and he dreamed to be a Dinoco, and at the end he completely did not want to take the job. And this is the Dinoco Showgirls, and actually there's two Showgirls, as a matter of fact. One is looking to the left and one is looking to the right. Early release, probably 2007, 2008. We did see the car somewhere in 2016, but there was only one, and it came in a deluxe. Here are some of the Dinoco related models, and as you know, I don't have this car. Blu-ray Lightning McQueen from Cartoon. So Blu-ray Lightning was the first car's diecast, a mail away exclusive. So this model came free with the purchase of the car's Blu-ray DVD back in 2007. Only 15,000 models were made. So what does that tell you? It's gonna be freaking expensive. And if you have it, save it. Put it in the safe. And here are some other cars. There's Daryl, Car Trip. What is Daryl? So Daryl is a 1977 Monte Carlo, and he is not the super sport type. Otherwise, he'll have a double S either at the front or at the side by the frame. So Zoti, you are not the Monte Carlo Super Sport, which was a gray version in the real world. Rusty's and Dusty's. So here is Rusty and obviously Dusty. So the Dodge, and what in the world is Rusty? So 1967 Dodge Dart. Also, they're both Dodge, and the other one's a 1967 Dodge A100 van. I never thought that Rusty was also a Dodge, because I didn't see the logo or the name that he was a Dodge. So, and here's the picture where they're like, I guess telling all friends jokes, or some not so funny jokes, but I guess in the old world of cars that is funny. And Mia and Tia. Here's what I was talking about. Waitress. So now it's Waitress, Mia and Tia, not Mia and Tia with Trey, but interesting that Flo, that was his name, so Flo with Trey. So in this particular version, Waitress, Mia and Tia, I would imagine because of the top on the hood, not on the hood, on the roof of the car, that makes them waitresses. And here are the most amazing Tia and Mia releases. I love these cars because it's so controversial what Mia and Tia were, right? They were Lightning McQueen, biggest fan, and as soon as Lightning McQueen took a loss, they completely turned. What kind of fans were they? And here you have them, chick fan Mia and chick fan Tia. So if you have this Mia's and Tia, those are great, because it was so fast in the movie. So it was amazing that they actually made them. And it said the classic Waitress Mia and the Waitress Tia models were only available in a five pack Toys R Us exclusive box set with Flow. So if you remember Toys R Us no longer here in the States, maybe in Canada, but that's where they came. It was an exclusive set for Toys R Us. And here is Dexter Hoover, which we saw last year being released in a mini. And Dexter kind of like changes flags. I always feel like it's the same truck. It's just the flag color change. I mean, we got to give him something else. I'm sure he just doesn't like carry a flag. And here's this interesting film. So this is one of the PDs for Lightning McQueen, but his name is My Name Is Not Chuck. That is his name. That's super weird, right? My name is not Chuck, and even on the pack, it is My Name Is Not Chuck. So it's just ridiculous. And how are we going to see the rest of the PDs sometime? Maybe one day, 1 year, because this is the only PD I personally have. I don't think there was other releases, but it is what it is. And here are some of the fan-related models for this car section, I guess you would say. They were just fans. Moving along, it is a Mack, which is it's a Mack semi-hauler. Doesn't really say what year. So Mack has to haul around Lightning McQueen luxury trailer, which is crammed full of gadgets, trophies, and spare tires, and whatever Lightning McQueen decides to have in there. Special oil, perhaps, some super synthetic. And in this book is interesting because they put not just cars, they put other stuff. So here you have a plane. This is Barney Stormy, which has had a very short scene in the movie, but he's here. And right here is all of the Lightyear bling. So we have seen him before, and he was released in a smaller model, and then perhaps it got bigger twice. I think we have seen him 3 times so far. And here comes the jets. Remember, the jets are the mega size vehicles. There's Marco, and this is Stu Bop, the jet. I personally don't have. I don't think I was a fanatic. I'm still not a fanatic of the jets. It's just I don't get it. I may get it just for the package. So here we go. Members of the press. So why don't we pause this video and we'll continue with the book perhaps tomorrow. Anyhow, thank you for staying, thank you for watching, and I will see you, and we should continue with the members of the press.